Howdy, y'all. It is Cody from the Keepers of Nerddom. How you all doing? Last night we got to, week after it came out, finally got to see the brand new Super Mario Brothers movie and wanted to give you my thoughts, a few quick spoilers and whatnot as well. Some just overall review of the characters and a bit of the story stuff. Yeah, really, first off, like the question, was it good? Was it what everybody was hoping for? I would actually say it was. It was awesome, and I think there's a possible bias to me as well, though, in that I played Mario growing up, and this really did a good job of giving us those things from different games and concepts and music and fun. We'll go through maybe some small nitpick things, but overall, I think this was a great film. What's funny is like the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is like 96%, and it's almost close to 50% with critics. And I get it because it's really made to be a family friendly movie. It's PG and it's good. My 4 year old watching it was losing her mind with just about everything because it was just exciting to her. And I think that also may be part of my quote unquote bias to some extent, but at the same time, I think overall it was just a good film that was good, clean fun. Didn't have some weird messaging in it. It didn't have something bizarre wrong. It was just good. It was fun and insightful. And man, I was just pleased with it overall. It was just a good spot to be in. This movie did a great job of really giving us some just good place to start, really. Was it deep? No, this was not a deep film, but it's also based off of Super Mario Brothers. Not a very deep concept when you get into the basics of way back in the day. Like, the games are go save a princess who's, in another castle. And that's just the reality of what this is based off of. Nothing too elaborate, nothing too crazy, but it's good. So let's go through some of these characters. Obviously, they're spoilers, so just be warned right now. Okay, Mario and Luigi. First off, Chris Pratt did voice Mario, and I was very concerned about him voicing it. He actually did okay for Mario. I think the fact that we had the original Mario in like voice actor in the film, why didn't we just use him? I think that would probably be my biggest critique of the entire film at all. And especially when you already got him in the film, why not just have him? Because he still sounds great. But anyway, Chris Pratt did fine, and I believe Charlie O'Day or Charlie Day for Luigi was fantastic. A lot of fun. Honestly, the brothers' dynamic was really cool, and it was a little sad when they were separated for a lot of the film because there's a fun connection that is a little bit more story between the two, and it's fun to see also Luigi how he's very scared, and we see that and we know that from other video games and stuff, but yet that's kind of a growing thing for him as overcoming fear, and Mario's is overcoming this idea of he's a failure and he just doesn't know when to quit. Like that's the big thing that he starts to realize, like that's actually a good thing. So really, really cool stuff there. They were a great dynamic. I just wish they would have been together more because it was fun to see them together. So if they do a sequel, which I hope they do, with what we've seen in the film, they should. This movie has the potential to lead to that. The basic premise is they're in Brooklyn, New York. They get sucked into a pipe and end up in the Mushroom Kingdom. Well, Mario does, and Luigi ends up in, I can't remember what the name of that place was, but it's got all the dry bones, which is hilarious because it's just such a good thing. And then Luigi ends up getting captured by the Shy Guys, which is just awesome. Next kind of big thing is Bowser and Peach. Bowser, Jack Black voiced him, and I was shocked how well he did. And the song that is in the film, I was like, oh no, this is just going to be pure ridiculous. And actually, it made everything so much better because it just shows Bowser is rotten to the core, but he has this interesting, crazy desire to marry Peach and to impress her. And it's fascinating and it's funny. And, as a kid's movie, it's played very much for that laugh of the awkwardness and funniness of it. And my kids were just laughing the entire time because of how silly and crazy it was, but it just hit perfectly. Peach, I can't remember who voices her, but she did great. Like it was good. The one interesting thing with Peach that I could say critique wise maybe is just that she is a very strong person that don't need no man, which isn't necessarily honoring of the original games, but it's more the modern era and this idea that Peach is capable. But it's also funny too because you can play as Peach in Super Mario Brothers 2, which was a put of Mario over a Doki Doki Panic game. So it is just kind of an interesting thing that we do have even all the way back at Super Mario Brothers 2, the fact that Peach is a superhero and she has the floaty abilities even there. So it's not like a big deal. At the same time, it's just character development stuff that's kind of interesting, that there's not really anything majorly that she has as a character flaw. The closest thing you could say is that she cares about her people. And if you say that's a character flaw, I'd say you're kind of crazy. But it's the only thing that she finally goes, you know, fine, I'll marry you, Bowser, quote unquote, because I don't want you to hurt the Toads. I don't know. That was my only thing with her, but overall, she was voiced well. She played her part in the film. You know, she's just very, very strong, and she's teaching Mario a lot of the stuff because he comes into the world not knowing anything, which is fine and fair. I just wish that they wouldn't have been like whenever she's training Mario, and he's taking like hundreds of times to do this thing and doesn't quite ever finish it, that she goes, "Oh yeah, I finished it in the first try." And it's just one of those things, like, why not give her the fact that, no, it did take me time too, because this isn't easy and you have to learn the things going on in this world. I don't know, just a small thing there, but really, like, her character itself was fun seeing her in action. Like, when she was doing the action stuff, it was cool. I just wish they would have given her I'm not just perfect since birth. Like, that is just not helpful. But unfortunately, that's kind of our modern day things. Next kind of stuff. Donkey Kong, voiced by Seth Rogen. And then I apologize for the picture here for Cranky Kong, but he's actually King Cranky Kong in this, which was a lot of fun. The Donkey Kong, or the Kong Nation, was just hilarious and a lot of fun. And overall, I think they were really good. The Seth Rogen's voice for Donkey Kong, maybe not the best necessarily, but it was fine. So much fun, the fight between Mario and DK, and just watching all of the silliness unfold. I'm trying not to go too much into every little detail, but at the same time, it's just, there's not a whole lot other than, you know, Bowser's coming to get Peach to try to marry her, and if she doesn't marry him, he's going to destroy everything. And so it's this constant thing of trying to stop Bowser is really what it comes down to. I guess I'll give this part away, you know, because we're already at warning of spoilers. But, you know, at the end, Bowser and everybody gets pulled into Brooklyn, and Mario and Luigi get to defeat him with the superstar, and it is cool. It's great, you know. Oh, another thing I'd say is sometimes they use like songs from our stuff rather than just Mario themes. And I don't know that it's needed necessarily. It wasn't the songs were bad. It's just Mario songs are so good, and there's been so many of them. Use them. And when they're used, it's so much fun and it's exciting. And this is another part. Diddy Kong shows up for just a second in the film, and it's hilarious because it's like he's total, like, everybody's a fanboy of DK anyway, but Diddy Kong's like the extra fanboy. And it's fantastic because it just leads to other pieces of just their story. And DK was a lot of fun. Cranky Kong was a lot of fun. The getting to Rainbow Road and building carts was just hilarious, that they even had like the selection screen for Mario Kart, like in the modern Mario Kart games. And they had the Mario, Peach, and Toad design stuff. And it was hysterical because they even had to hit the A button. Like, Princess Peach hits the A button to select her and lock in her cart, which just cracks me up. Like, just these details. Like, that was the beauty of this film. There's so many good details. And this actually leads to my top two favorite characters in the entire film, because one of them designs a cart that's just pure opposite of his character as far as size. It's gone. Oh no, my picture's gone. That's funny. Okay. So let's talk about this for just a second. But there's two characters here, right? And let's see. Oh, there he goes. Yay. Okay. So Toad, first off, is fantastic because he's like the only Toad that's not afraid of everything, and he's fantastic, and he's just like, I will do it. And he just doesn't quite realize like how small and not powerful he is, which is hilarious. And it's awesome. And like with the cart scene he shows up with, everybody else has got a go-kart, da 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 da, kind of matches their size or their personality, and then his is a monster truck, and it's fantastic. Side note, they do something really cool. Let's go back here for just a second with DK, because he actually gets some power-ups towards the end of the film, and I love seeing it because I don't know that we have seen that. I could be wrong because I haven't played some modern games at times, but he gets a Fire Flower upgrade, and I love that they have that in the film, like these upgrades for Mario and Peach. It's really cool to see, and then DK gets it at one point, and it's really cool. But my other favorite character, because the penguins get attacked at the very beginning of the movie, and they're kind of in it-ish throughout the film as prisoners. But in the prison, when we cut to it, there is a star, and I guess this would be for like Super Mario Galaxy, and he is hysterical because he is like the most doom and gloom person in the entire prison, because everybody's got this happy, cheery go lucky, and he's over here going, we're all doomed, it's all an illusion, we have to be sad. And like when they're about to be lowered into lava, and he goes, oh, sweet release, and then when he gets saved, he goes, aw. It's just like, what is happening? It is fantastic. He's just so funny because he's so antithetical to the entirety of the film of cheery and happy as far as the heroes. And here's a star that's supposed to be happy, and he is happy, but yet he's happy about the most ridiculously random things, and it's fantastic. Just random stuff. Also, I don't have a picture here, but it's a fascinating thing to see at the wedding. Just some of the different villains and things show up from different Mario games, and like King Bob-omb and King Boo, for examples. It's just neat because like the people that created this, they knew their stuff as far as the lore and really wanted to have these things present in so much of it, and just the little Easter eggs here, there, and everywhere. And there's two post-credit scenes that just give you some extra things. It's glorious, right? This is just a beautiful and fascinating and fun world that's, it's not trying to do anything crazy with the story, and I would dare say that's okay. It's telling you the story of saving the day, right? And stopping Bowser and doing, even at the end, they have a moment where they grab Bowser by the tail and fling him. And it's like, all right, this is Super Mario 64. My wife noticed that, and that like was her game. And so this is the beauty of this movie, that it's so many different pieces of different parts of Mario's history. And like when Mario first gets to the Mushroom Kingdom and goes into the town, there's like a shop that has like antiquities, and it's like stuff from his old previous games before Mario was Mario, like Jumpman. And Jumpman, you can see a video game of it earlier on, right? It's just these kind of things that are just fun when you're paying attention to all the little details of it. And I love that they even acknowledge, like, why do you wear white gloves? And they go, well, we wear them to make a statement and to stand out, because they make a commercial in Brooklyn to try to get more business as plumbers. And they just did such a good job of acknowledging the quote-unquote real world for them and why they look the way they do, and just going with it. And it's so much fun. This is just a great film just to enjoy. It's not meant to be a film that you take super serious, that you are giving your entire energy level 100% to all of it. It's you just sitting down to enjoy your childhood and just have fun. It's not meant to be this big elaborate story with a deep crazy plot. It's meant for kids. I mean, it is PG, and it was, I mean, my 10-year-old had a great time. She loved it, but my 4-year-old, it was hilarious to watch because she was losing her mind with Mario in the cat suit, and even the Tanuki suit she liked later on. And it just the different things when Mario would do things, she was so excited. When Peach would show up and defeat people, she was so excited. When Donkey Kong was there. When Bowser sang the Peaches song, she was losing her mind, and so was my older daughter. And I think that's the beauty of this, that it's meant to be a film that appeals to all ages, that your family can go there and have fun and know that there's nothing bad in this or terrible, that it's clean and it's good and it's honoring of things that we grew up with. And that is awesome. This is good stuff. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of the Super Mario Brothers movie, because I think overall this is a film that everybody should see, and I think we're going to have to try to own it on some sort of like DVD or something, because I want to at least have it for my kids to be able to just watch and know that they can just pop this in and there's no worry or concern about anything weird in it at all. And that's fantastic. This is good stuff. That's a win. And it's a great film. You know, it's just telling you a story of Mario becoming the hero that we know and love. Awesome stuff. I've been Cody from Keepers of Nerddom. Like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the movie as well. Take care.